All right, what's going on, YouTube? This is BoxingWave. Just wanted to give you an update of what's going on out here in Vegas. Okay, it's definitely everything. This fight is everywhere. You cannot walk too long without seeing a poster or something. In regards to this fight, this is big. It's a big week. It's a lot going on. Okay, there's a lot of different events going on. There's a lot of boxers here. Pretty much all of them are staying at the MGM. Okay, if you go to the MGM, no matter what time of day you're going to, you're gonna see a boxer or someone related to boxing just walking around with an entourage. Okay, um, so just give you a this is day three for me. I came on Wednesday, so the first day I just kind of settled in, did regular normal people stuff, didn't really do anything. Went out partying, just enjoyed myself. I got here around, I want to say I got here around the time the final press conference was actually going on. So just adjusting to the time. I'm from the East Coast. I'm from New York. So adjusting to the new time where it's 3 hours behind over here in Vegas. So that's been crazy alone. All right. Um, One thing I have been doing though, since whenever I am in the room, I'm actually watching like ESPN. And I've been watching First Take, and you guys seen me do a video the other day talking about ESPN coverage on boxing. And I'm gonna say I'm very impressed. I've been watching it all week, and the last couple of days they've had so many fighters come around and do interviews. I'm very impressed with ESPN. I can tell now going towards the end of the week that Skip and Stephen A definitely did their homework. All right, and they spoke on so much more about this particular fight than they usually speak on. You can tell they did some homework. They have a little bit more knowledge on these two fighters and what's happened leading up to this fight. And they have all these kind of guys coming there. They have Dan Rayfield. They have all these legends. They have had a lot of guests on the show, so I'm very impressed with that. I haven't gone over there for First Take because the first day I keep forgetting that the time difference. I know um, we're 3 hours behind here, so they're actually set up and ready to go at 7 o'clock in the morning for the show, whereas in New York it's 10. So it's been hard to really like get up and go over there. I've wanted to go to see the show live, but I haven't been able to do it. Okay, because the waking up, it's just I just haven't dedicated myself to waking up that early to go over there. But I've been watching it, and I think they're doing a good job. All right, just to elaborate more on that, since I made a video about that the other day. So let's talk about my second day. The first day I just chilled. The second day, I went to the MGM. I spent a lot of time at the MGM. Okay, I met a lot of people. I ran into Terrence Crawford. I saw Danny Swift Garcia. I took a picture with Angel. I saw Angel. I've seen Angel a couple times before, but Angel was real cool. Danny was a little with a little entourage or whatever. So I seen him, but I saw Terrence Crawford. At first nobody knew who he was. He was just walking. Actually, he walked. Yo, this is the crazy part. I was behind Danny, but I didn't know who it was yet. But I just saw him with an entourage, and I saw people trying to take pictures with him. Now we're in this hallway, this tight hallway, and I'm right behind Danny and his father. By the time I didn't even realize it was Danny yet. But then I see Terrence Crawford walking right towards me in this small hallway. Now I don't know if they said anything to each other because they're potential opponents for the future if Danny stays at 140, of course. But they walk right past it. Now Terrence at the time, he didn't have anyone around him yet. He had a couple of his dudes, a security guy, but he didn't have no entourage. So it was crazy how everybody was swarming to Danny Garcia, and nobody knew who Terrence Crawford, at least not at that moment. So walking right past him. Now I don't know if you guys are familiar with the MGM. The place, the center place, the main entrance where you have the ring there, and you have all the Mayweather robes, and you have the big gold lion in the center. This is maybe we're about like I don't know, we're like maybe a like good 50 feet from that area. Okay, I want to say that in this hallway, and I don't know if they said anything, but I saw Terrence. I said what's up. Nobody knew who he was, so I walked up to him, said what's up. Gave him a handshake, and he kept it moving. We kept it moving. As soon as he exited that hallway, I guess somebody noticed him. The thing with people, they might not know who you are, but they want to take a picture with you, even if they don't know who you are. They rather take the picture first and then figure out who you are later. So Terrence was cool. Then after that, a whole bunch of people swarmed against him, up on him. Who else did I see? I saw Thomas Hearns. I took a picture with him. Okay, I definitely wanted to take a picture. I'm a big fan of him, so I wanted to take a picture with him. He had a large outro, but he was just walking around taking pictures with people, so he was cool. So I'm standing near him. I've seen him a couple times. So I think the second time I seen him, he was walking around, and this lady, walks up to me, and she's like, "Excuse me, but do you know who that is?" And I'm like, "That's the hitman. That's Tommy Hearns." And she's like, "Oh, I thought that was Muhammad Ali." Now she's friends. Her friend is making jokes on her. She's like, "Yeah, you should have seen her." She goes up to him, tells him all this stuff about how he's her inspiration and all of that, and she didn't even know who he was. Isn't that crazy? Like, that's the stupidest thing. I I hate stuff like that. I know the celebrities probably hate stuff like that, but she's telling her, and trust me, just based on how she looked, you could tell she didn't know who he was, or she probably doesn't even watch boxing. But she just went up to me and asked me. She's like, "You know who it was?" And the friend was like, "Yeah." She's telling him all this stuff about how much of an inspiration he is, and she didn't even know who he was. Stupid. But anyway, so I ran into Tommy Hearns. Um, who else did I run into? I ran into a few people. But anyway, moving on. So I spent some time in MGM. Took some pictures. Um, and I ran into Sam Watson. I saw him. I saw one of the Watson brothers. I wasn't sure because both of them look alike, but I saw one of them. I walked past them. I said, "What's up" to Sam, but there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people in there. So last night I went to the Mayweather Promotions card. Okay, I went to that card where Shea Smith. It was on ESPN, I believe. So I went to the card, and there was a lot of people there. Now, there was a boxer. I don't know if he was a boxer or not. I think he was. I can't remember who it was. I gotta find out. I didn't know who he was because I couldn't recognize him. He was older. Didn't recognize him. But Hasim Rahman was there, right? Because I think one of the fighters, or the fighter that was with McCullough, or whatever the guy Cecil that Ishe Smith fought. Rahman was in his corner. So I don't know if he was promoting him. I don't know if he was training him, or he's from his gym, or he's a relative. I don't know. But Rahman was there, and he was in his corner. And Rahman came back in the crowd. All right, he's sitting there. Roger Mayweather sitting a few rows behind me, and he was sitting next to Rahman. And there was this big dude in the crowd that was a row ahead of Rahman, a couple rows, but on the side. They were both behind me, but he was talking major trash to Rahman. He was standing on his feet talking to Rahman the whole time. I don't know who the dude was, and I should have really found out, but I'm going to find out, though. I'm going to definitely try to find out who he was. But he was talking major. He was talking crazy to Rahman. And Rahman's a big dude, He's a big dude. But this guy was big, too. And he was talking crazy. That was like the distraction at the fight. But while I was at the fight, I ran into all the money, the whole money team. Everybody from Mayweather's gym was there except Floyd. Basically, everybody was there. J. Leon Love was sitting a couple seats away from me. I seen him, I said what's up to him. I saw Badu Jack. I got to talk to him, and I told him, I was like, I didn't think he was going to beat that dude. I'm going to be real. I showed him a lot of respect. I was just like, yeah, I didn't think he was going to beat this kid. Because I don't know. I run into these guys. I sometimes, and some of them see my videos before, believe it or not. So I don't want them, if I said something about them, I'm never disrespectful, but you know how some of these boxers, some of them are, they have their female ways about them. So you never know if you actually seen them what they be like. But I seen Jay Leon Love. I mean, I seen Badu Jack, and remember I had made a video. I was saying that I didn't think he had a chance at being Darrell. So I told him. I kept it real with him. I was like, listen, um, I told him like straight up, listen, I didn't think you had a shot at winning this guy. So I gave him a lot of respect. He gave me a handshake. We took a picture and everything. He was cool. But yeah, so moving on, I saw Teddy Atlas. That was a guy I never got to really actually like talk to Teddy. I've seen him so many times, but I never got to really talk to him before. So me and my dad, I was with my father, and we actually sat there and talked with Teddy for a little while after the fight was over, and we was talking about ESPN, how they covering boxing. And we was talking about the Al Heyman taking over and everything. He was real cool about everything. He was like, listen, the only way, he was telling me, he said the only way that ESPN could really step up in promoting and covering boxing is if the fans send emails. Like none of the fans send enough emails complaining about this stuff. He said you guys got to start sending emails and start writing to ESPN, because that's the only way that they're gonna know that people want it. That's what he was telling me. I don't know how effective that would be, but he was telling me that. He was like, that's the only way that ESPN would cover boxing more, if the fans would start writing to ESPN and letting them know. So writing and sending emails and letters. That's what he said. All right. Teddy was pretty cool. I met a lot of people. People I probably forgot that I met, but so far it's been a good time. Today's the weigh-in, so I'm gonna head to the weigh-in in a little bit, and then they're having the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame is having a event where like all the older fighters. I think it's at Caesar's Palace tonight. So I'm gonna head over there tonight too. Later on tonight, I'm gonna go to the weigh-in. And then after that, I'm going to go to this event over at Caesar Palace. So if you're out in Vegas, hopefully I'm going to try to upload this video. I haven't done any videos since I've been out here. So, yeah, I'm going to go to weigh-in. I'm going to go to this event at Caesar's Palace. And then tomorrow's the fight. Now, the tickets are dropping. I'm not going to the fight unless the tickets drop to a certain price. But they're slowly going down, okay, which was expected, okay. I know people here that are going. They paid. I know a few people. I was with a friend last night that actually paid about $8,000 for his tickets, and they're not good seats, okay. I'm not doing that. I can't afford that. That's crazy. But if they drop a little bit more, I'll probably see if I can get a ticket. So I'm going to keep checking. If you're still interested in going to the fight and you're out here, just keep an eye on those tickets, because they're falling. They're definitely falling. But I've heard you got to be very careful with fakes too. I heard there are fakes out. I heard they were selling fakes even before the tickets were, the real tickets were actually selling. People were already making money off selling fakes and all that. So, yeah. Tonight's a Ray Beltran fight. I don't know if that's going to be televised or not. I'm not going to go because I'm going to this Caesar's Palace thing. And that's it. So, hopefully I can make another video tomorrow, letting you guys know. I'm going to probably put up a video of whatever footage I can get from the weigh-in. And tomorrow, just make another video talking about what's going on. And see you after the fight, all right? Peace.